leading Israel into the promised land. You know, Moses died before going over. He had to view it from afar on a mountain. But now they are heading over into the promised land. Let us read the memory text together. There has been no day like it before, since when the Lord heeded the voice of a man, for the Lord fought for Israel. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, the Lord fought for Israel. And I'm happy to know that when we call on the Lord, He is still willing to fight the battles for us. Not true? But why do we take up the battles and fight them then if God is fighting for us? Why not leave it in His hands? All right, as we go along, I don't know who will be having the roving mic. All right, of course, we would have read the introduction here. Talks about Joshua, and you know, he was confronted with aggressive military campaigns. And so it shows that as a people of God, well, Joshua there had a physical battle to fight. Are we together? And so we need leaders who are prepared to be at the front of the battle. Are we together? Yes, you can't have leaders who are fenke. Leaders must be willing to fight. Leaders must be willing to stand and lead God's people at His command, because that's the most important thing. Joshua wasn't leading by himself. You know, some people fight for leadership so they're leading by themselves. Not true? But Joshua was told by God to be what? Strong and courageous, because what? He is with him. Now, if God says that He is with us, Elder Mark, it's a wonderful feeling. It means that we can move forward because we are not fighting in our own strength. Elder Ati. Yes. Right. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Right. And so we know that God had already given the directive that the people in Canaan, based on their wickedness, because remember, it's God who created them, not true? And He knows that they were doing evil in the land. When you talk about child sacrifices, etc., you could find it in Canaan. Talk about false worship, you could find it in Canaan. And God not wanting Israel to be a part of that, said when you get there, get rid of them. Clean them out. He wants the land to be purified. That's a form of purification. You know? You might say it's genocide, but God wanted the land to be purified of evildoers, and He's going to do it through Israel. Yes, talking about physically now, not true? At that time. So even though the commandment says, thou shalt not kill or murder, whichever way you want to interpret it, you must understand that He's not telling Israel, don't kill those people. He's saying, don't kill your fellow Israelite. Are we together? Are you looking at me like that? You know, study the lesson. So yes, don't kill your fellow Israelite. But those Canaanites, get rid of them. If you go there and you live with them, they are going to corrupt you. And that's exactly what happened. When they went there, they were corrupted. They followed the practices of the Canaanites. Not true? All right, you know the lesson. Any point before we move on? All right. So, as we move into Sunday, I don't see any hand, we realize then that who really was the commander of the army? You remember Joshua saw somebody with a sword, and Joshua marched over